What's up, crypto kids, blockchain, DeFi experts? How y'all doing today? It's Mitch, Crypto Music, coming at you today from Sphere Finance, not to be confused with Sphere Finance. Sphere Finance seems pretty awesome. This is a Elephant.Money fork. We're big fans of Elephant.Money on this channel, all done pretty well. There's been an exploit not long ago, probably most of you are familiar with, and through that exploit, they've come out with all sorts of fixes. It's been quite an interesting ride, you know, sticking up with the Discord through Bank Teller and watching all the things happen and see how they go about fixing the exploit and the problems that the contracts have, which are, the vulnerabilities that are being exploited, right? So this Sphere Finance is a fork of Elephant.Money, and they have their own fixes. And these fixes were done before the Bank Teller fixes. So this is a fork, but before all the fixes, they have their own fixes in place and all done and all that good stuff. The team seems pretty solid. We had an AMA come out. I imagine there'll be a lot of other AMAs come out. So they are KYC, but not doxed, and they're KYC through Assured DeFi. We do like Assured DeFi as a service. And they're pretty trusted. Now their regular audit is through Solidity Finance, which we don't really like Solidity Finance because Solidity Finance historically has a terrible track record for being the auditor of scammed out, rug pulled projects, including Grim Finance. Solidity Finance, put their mark of approval on that, and there was like obvious easy freaking exploits that happened there. So never been a big fan of Solidity Finance. I think it's one of, it's still like a $10,000 audit, but it's not CertiK. It's not top of the line. Let's just say that. But, it is having someone look over your code and all that good stuff. And so that is done, or that is about to be finished, but I wouldn't put all that much faith in a Solidity Finance audit. Like, we want to see CertiK, we want to see a better, bigger auditing house come do this. So again, Elephant.Money fork, and I was been saying for a while that we're gonna see a whole bunch of Elephant.Money forks. It will probably be the next DeFi as a service fork season that we see, right? We had all the different nodes that started forking Ring Financial and then forking themselves, and then fork of a fork of a fork, and there was a lot of good innovation and a lot of great stuff that happened in that. Outside of the nodes, we had the DAOs, right? All of the different DAOs that come about, from like Hector DAO, to all of it, right? From the whole debacle of Time Wonderland and all that good stuff. And, some of these projects, of course, still out there working. But, as we felt out in this last DeFi bull run, all the things that were working, and we were seeing these DeFi as a service, which is basically like, a way for a company to build a treasury, get some initial startup capital, use that treasury over time to pay us all back and to eventually take over from the distribution of the token being what pays us out, right? And we had two forks that were doing this with different DAOs and different bonding mechanisms where you could come in and, they were using a pegged coin as the vehicle to pay us, but the whole point was to build a big treasury so that treasury would come in and support the price. And a few places actually figured this out, like it seemed like Horde has been the one that totally has been at its price the entire time. Other than that, most everything else has tanked. Elephant.Money, on the other hand, Elephant.Money did just fine, right? Paid out rewards until the exploit, was paying out all the rewards. The supply squeeze thesis that goes on with the Elephant token, all that seemed to work until the exploit happened, right? So we do have a very great model, and we thought a whole bunch of people were going to be forking this, creating DeFi as a service, and we even saw Forex Shark, the creator of Drip, also hinted at that he was interested in forking or doing something with Elephant.Money code. And let's not forget that Drip, the original Drip is a fork of Flow, which is originally a bank teller innovation, right? Same with Elephant.Money, a bank teller. Bank teller is the guy who runs the whole damn thing, and that's his, his rapper name. And that whole, idea of Drip and that ROA contract like that, or like I said, originally a bank teller innovation. All these Elephant.Money forks that are going to happen, bank teller innovation. So this is the first big Elephant.Money fork, and they've changed a few things. We had Outfront team. Obviously, they got different ways for fixing the exploit. That's all done. And then they just launched like today, and they got something where if you buy in the first 24 hours in the future, you'll get some an airdrop of some sort. I wouldn't worry too much about that. It's more about getting it at the right time, because 25% can be, you could have lost that in your initial, just by buying the bags as everyone else is dumping as they're coming in, right? So this Spear token is basically like your elephant token, right? Gladiator, that's the stable coin. That would be your trunk equivalent. Now, this channel here that you're listening to now, if you are new to this channel, I don't break things down for beginners very well. This is, I'm often forest for the trees guy and talking over your heads. People say that. So this is not really a beginner channel. There are other channels who will explain, more how to like get into the platform, go through all the nitty gritty of how it all works. We've been following Elephant.Money for a long time, so we're not going to go ahead and go through that. But basically it works in three parts, right? You got your Spear token, you have your Gladiator token, which is the stable coin. There's usually one or two ways to earn from the Gladiator, like simple staking, where you simply stake your Gladiator, but you're going to be able to pull the stable coin, but you're going to be able to pull out at any time, use it at any time, move it around as you want. And because you have that freedom, you get paid a little less. There's usually another situation where you can lock up your Gladiator and earn a higher rate, but you don't have access to pull it out, right? You're basically stuck with the payments. There's usually an expiration date. At least that's how Elephant.Money worked. After 200 and whatever percent, you paid out at 0.56% a day, and this is done differently. It's not done like that, and which is really cool. So it's not an exact fork. It's actually an innovation and a different approach, which I like. There's no reason to have two of the same thing just on a different chain. This is on Avalanche, by the way. So then the other system was where you bonded like your stable coin, and that paid you out a set amount until that amount expired, right? Then you have your Spear token, which is a reflection token. Reflection token means that just by holding the tokens, you are getting transaction fees, and all this simply delivered to your wallet. You do nothing but collect those reflections, right? So all that is basically similar, except for the Gladiator staking, right? You have your regular staking, which is the same as the trunk regular staking, but then the bonding situation they have going on is vastly different. Now, the other interesting thing is this is a 10-year project. After 10 years, this project has a hard-coded end date. At the end of that 10 years, whatever's built up in the treasury will be evenly distributed to the people who are holding the Spear token, dropped off in your wallet type of thing. I think that's pretty dang interesting. So they do have a an affiliate program. None of that's open right now. All that will be starting very, very shortly. I think that's great because it is a small amount. It's like 1%. But what's good about referral programs is that's what, often that's where the exploit happens, which is bad. But then often that's what brings in the herd, right? That's what brings in the massive amounts of people, is the fact that you have some sort of affiliate program and it gets all these, people talking about it. So, we want that. So the big difference, like I was saying, from Gladiator versus Trunk was the fact that you're not paid out the steady 0.5% a day, right? 0.56% a day. It's not done like that. It's quite a bit different, and we're going to go through that right now. All right, so here it is. Spear holders of Spear will receive passive rewards for simply keeping tokens in their wallet, as every transaction, buy, sell, and transfer has a 10% fee, 5% which is distributed evenly to all existing token holders, and 5% added towards locked liquidity. Awesome. So we get increased liquidity, creating that whole supply squeeze type of thing, and you get your reflections. So on the standard staking, this is pretty interesting how they do that. When you stake your GLAD, rewards are paid out as Spear by the Spear Finance staking pool. Interesting, right? A little bit different. 1% of the staking pool balance is paid out each day. Payouts received are proportional to the deposited amount of Gladiator and their total staked percentage of the supply. Rewards also can be rolled, claimed, or withdrawn or left to accumulate over time. There is no additional transaction fee for claiming your rewards into your wallet. You can calculate your estimated daily drip pool rewards with the following equation. Come in and check that out. Okay, Spear. Holders of Spear receive passive rewards simply for holding the tokens, as we just went through. Bonded yield asset. Here's where it gets different. What are bonded yield assets? So you know how the bond worked on Elephant.Money, right? You just simply came in and you bonded right here. You bond your you bonded right here. However much you wanted to bond, you did, and you could simply roll. You could do whatever you wanted, but you have your bonding mechanism, which locks it up, and then for like what 20, for the 200 and whatever percent at the 0.56% a day. So that all happened, and as Elephant ran, the benefit of that was for those who were just simply holding Elephant. So a little bit different here, the way that they've got this set up. New approach. Spear Finance has built something special into this project. We have integrated our yield assets into smart contracts with NFT technology. This affords flexible and sustainable within the reward generation process. Prior to this innovative approach, bonding, as they are often referred to on other projects, was the process of burning your tokens or coins, meaning that you were unable to withdraw your principal amount, and in return you would receive passive rewards, right? And an increased passive rewards because you were locking the stuff up as opposed to those who were just staking. The problem is that once you have bonded or burned, you could not swap or sell. This is where it gets a little interesting. So it's not done yet, but coming, in a future update, all of your bonds and all that is going to be represented as an NFT that you'll be able to buy, sell, and trade on the open market. Now, we've seen with other projects when they switch to this model that often it stops people from buying the Spear token or from buying the original token, because by buying an NFT on the open marketplace, you could actually get it cheaper. And one thing that I've seen, like people come in with their treasury and actually buy the NFTs that are below market price to force people to buy the coin on the open market. I hope that they do something like that. I haven't seen anything in here like that, but that's what is going to be. Everything will be represented as NFTs. You'll be able to buy, sell, and trade. Now, here's where it gets interesting. As the amount increases, right? So you don't get that 0.56% a day, but as the price of the Spear token increases, on Elephant.Money, you don't get a benefit from that. Your benefit is that 0.56% or 0.5% a day, right? That's your benefit. Here, your bonded asset, as the price of Spear goes up, also increases because you're not losing your percentage of, the percentage doesn't drift, right? How many Spear you have versus how many trunk, how many Elephant versus how many trunk, how many Spear versus how many Gladiator. Here it basically stays the same, but the amount of the value of the Spear goes up, and thereby increasing the value of your bonded or NFT, your bonded amount, your locked amount, right? That increases as the price of Spear goes up. So that's the big difference between this and Elephant. Elephant, as the price went up, your basic ratio of trunk to Elephant was going down, right? As the price of Elephant runs, you only have 25% of Elephant, so the amount of Elephant you actually have is actually going down. Here, you're maintaining that value. As the price of it goes up, the value of your NFT or the value of your bond goes up. So I hope that makes sense. It is a pretty substantial difference. Let's go take a look at the website again. Bonded yields assets are a virtual item that allows gladiators to be recognized and accounted for in the process of maintaining the system. Each bonded yield asset earns a percentage of the daily rewards. It is similar to a proof of stake system that in one is rewarded for holding onto something, which in turn is helping keep the system working. Each token generated can be used to create more bonded yield assets to increase daily rewards and can be sold on the blockchain or exchange for the underlying liquidity paired coin. This is a game changer in the bonding arena. Purchasing a bonding yield asset is more like buying a lucrative rental property than just bonding, but without all the effort. As NFTs that are guaranteed a reward rate for the next 10 years, they will appreciate while providing and that's because I was saying they appreciate because they are not losing the amount of Spear token they have. You're holding on to that, and your NFT is increasing in value by providing consistent income over time. As the price of Spear rises, the revenue stream generated by each bonded yield asset also rises, resulting in the increased bonded yield asset value. This is pretty cool. This means that Spear's finance bonded yield assets are fundamentally less risky than a normal bonding, while also offering superior capital flexibility. Now, that's a way to put it, right? Less risky, yeah, sure, but you're also holding, if the price of Spear tanks into the ground, so does the value of your bond, right? That doesn't happen on Elephant.Money, so like I said, different approaches. Okay, so there's all that basic overview. It's Elephant.Money with this little twist, right? So you need to have your wallet over here on Avalanche. Make sure I'm on AVAX. I am. You press this Spear token. It's going to take you into the back office. Here's your bonded yield offsets. I have nothing so far, right? I haven't done anything. I did connect my wallet, and that's about it. I haven't bought anything or anything. So you can buy Spear here. You could go to Deck Screener here. That's where I prefer to go. And let's take a look at this chart. So we have this chart run up today. Oh, crap. And then down and back up. I was trying to buy in here. I should have made this video 20 minutes ago. So now we're close to all-time highs again. I was trying to buy when it dipped down here. But I imagine the price of this is going to keep running. So this guy who came in and bought the $3,000 worth, he's screwed me. I should have done it before the video, but I wanted to do my first buy live, so gonna pay more. If you go to BogSwap, it's a lot easier than Trader Joe. You don't have to adjust any of the amounts, right? Because if you go on Trader Joe, you need to increase your slippage. Here, that's done automatically because you have this auto tax. Just make sure that's clipped in, and it's got your slippage already adjusted. So select your token to Spear. I'm gonna go with AVAX. And let's just do one for now. We're doing one AVAX, and we're going to get this some amount of Spear when it decides. There's no route. So you probably have to go straight from USDC, right? Okay, so let's get us some USDC. There we go. Let's trade one of those. Oh, wow. AVAX is only worth 60 bucks right now. Crazy. Okay, we'll trade one AVAX for $60 in USDC. I'm going to be DCAing into this project quite heavily. I'm going to be taking all my red light node district rewards and funneling them over here into the Spear token. Wow, what a beautiful pump that was in a very short amount of time. Okay, transaction successful. That got us some USDC. So now we want to trade back. Let's go to BogSwap again. And we want to go USDC to Spear. Right there. We'll max that out. Still showing no route. Now, Box Finance is an aggregator, so it's just reading from Trader Joe, right? But yeah, it's showing us no route. Let's go try to trade on Trader Joe, see what happens there. Anyone can make one of these coins. Are you sure you want to buy this token? Yes, we came straight from the website, so we're pretty accept update. I haven't been at Trader Joe for a while. They make you do updates quite often if you haven't done it in a while. All right, Spear. Well, they've certainly not made this easy. Okay, so ended up having success on Trader Joe here. We're going to prove USDC. And, you know, sometimes you just got to, you know, keep butting your head against something until it works, right? 30 cents for a fee. It's fine. And that's just to approve. 30 cents to approve. Okay, that approved. Let's go ahead and try to swap it now. Confirm the swap. We're gonna have to increase the slippage. So let's get our slippage up to 20%. We're all right. Let it front run. 20%. It updated. Let's take it. Confirm. Bit of a wrestling match to get into tokens when they're first launching, as usual. There we go. Confirm. All right, we purchased our first little bit. We went through Dex Screener and got rejected. I'm sure that will be working shortly. That is my preferred method, is usually Dex Screener and Bog Swap. Nice, simple, and easy. But it's okay to come over here to Trader Joe and have to knock it out. So we got ourselves some Spear tokens. And let's see if I refresh here, will it show them? Connect wallet. There we go. We're now showing some Spear tokens right there. Like I said, I will be DCAing into this one. I'll be getting into the other mechanisms that they have going as well. And if there's other quality elephant forks like this, I will probably be getting into those too, but you know, this whole like DeFi as a service crossed with Elephant.Money, I think it's genius. We got an out front team that's, you know, not doxed, but fully everyone on the team has done the assured DeFi KYC. That is a good place to have that done. So there's all that. I know this was a long rambly video, as are most of my videos, but catch you guys on the next one. Like, subscribe, all that jazz. Crypto is going to catch you guys on the flip. Hope you're having a hell of a great day. I think this is going to be a great bear market play, and you know, having this set up to like the more people that flood into like stable protocols like this, and they have that liquidity squeeze thing going on with the other token, we've found a neat way to scrape us out some great increases during bear markets. And you know, not financial advice, still very experimental. Anything could happen. Don't get into this. I'm not telling you to get into this. I'm just showing you what I'm doing. And there's that. I'm out.